Yo, what's going on, y'all? We are back with another video, and obviously I'm sure everybody understands what's going on right now in the news, all over social media. I saw it on CNN. These platforms are posting it, making articles about it, obviously, so everybody knows about the Kirk Franklin situation with his son, Carrion, and it's a mess. I mean, when I first heard it the other night, me and my fiance, we were on FaceTime, we were discussing it, and when we first listened to it, both of our reactions was, "Oh my God!" Because we're like, Kirk, no, not Kirk, not Kirk. Not even though I'm hurt, see I smile. Not now, behold the Lamb. I'm like, not Kirk, not our Kirk. And for those of you, before I dive into how I feel about it, because as a Christian man, as a man first, a Christian second, as a fiance, all of these things, someone striving towards marriage, obviously he's married to Tammy Franklin. As a man, I have an opinion on it. And at first I was kind of, torn, but I'm gonna let y'all know how I feel about it. So for those of you who don't know, what happened on Saturday, this was March 13th, 2021, okay? What happened was Kirk Franklin's son, Carrion, K-E-R-R-I-O-N, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. What happened was on social media, he decided to release a recorded phone call that the two had. Now, I believe Kirk is saying that it's from 2018, but I believe his son is saying that it's not from 2018. But for those of you who have not heard the recording, and this is an exchange that the two had, that Kirk Franklin and Carrion had between one another. Now, I know that their relationship is not good because of things that Kirk said in his apology, as well as Carrion. All right, so this is the recording that Carrion posted to his social media. This is their conversation. So you guys are probably wondering, and I'll play it one more time. I'll play it one more time for you. If you couldn't hear it too good, I'll play it one more time.
He just hung up the phone. I'll break your neck. Is that a threat?
This is sad. So like I was telling y'all a moment ago, me and my fiance, we were on the phone the other night. I believe it was after church, after service. And I just saw something briefly on social media, and I'm like, yo, did you hear what happened with Kirk Franklin? She's like, no, I didn't hear what happened. And so we eventually heard the audio, we heard the phone call, and our first response was, oh my God. And then just thinking about this thing, I'm like, man, this is really sad. Extremely sad. Part of the reason why this thing is extremely sad is because, one, it lets you know that dysfunction doesn't discriminate. You can have all the money in the world, all the accolades, and dysfunction will follow you. All right. Dysfunction will follow you. You can be black, you can be white, you can be tall, you can be a billionaire. But there are some things, there's some spirits, there are some disagreements, there are some family relationships that can still be bad. And so we have our beloved Kirk Franklin, who has made a ton of good music. I Smile, Now Behold the Lamb, Conquerors, Love Theory. I mean, the list goes on, right? The list goes on. Why I Sing. His catalog speaks for itself, and his music has probably helped millions of people. I know it has, right? And so a lot of us, we're torn. We're stuck in the middle. We're like, man, we love Kirk. Kirk is our guy. He's very relatable. But then again, it's like, as a gospel artist, you can't put yourself in these kind of positions or let yourself get to that point. But I think sometimes we fool ourselves. We think that just because these artists are gospel artists, and for those who thought that just because you make gospel music, because you have an anointing, because you can write music, sing music, that's of the gospel genre, that you don't have family issues, let me let you know that you...
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I'll give you another one.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You played yourself because you thought that that would absolve you from any type of real life issues, or we would think that just because these people have money and awards and nominations and things of that nature, that drama doesn't follow them, and that's just not true. So essentially what we just heard was the phone call. Now, what I want to do is I want to find his apology for you all. I want to find his apology for you all. I want to find the apology, and I believe this is it right here.
You wondering?
I believe this is the apology right here. So let me know your thoughts on the apology.
Many of you know I have an older son named Franklin. In May, he'll be 33. For many years, we have had a toxic relationship with him as a family. We've tried for many years through counseling, through therapy, to try to rectify this private family matter. Recently, my son and I had an argument that he chose to record. I felt extremely disrespected in that conversation, and I lost my temper. And I said words that are not appropriate. And I'm sincerely sorry to all of you. I sincerely apologize. I want you to know, as a father, that during that conversation, I called the family therapist and got that therapist on the phone to try to help. He never played that part of the recording. I'm not perfect. I'm human, and I'm going to make mistakes, and I'm trying to get it right. Please keep me and my family in your prayers.
Now, the thing that I think makes this even more complex is the fact that he only played a part of the recorded phone call. So we do know that Kirk said he also had their therapist, who I believe was Bishop T.D. Jakes at the time. I believe Bishop may have been on the phone, or whoever their therapist was for their situation. And the other part of the phone call was not recorded, or it wasn't posted. So it's recorded. And so we don't know what transpired before that. So we're just getting this small clip, and people are eating Kirk up. I looked on Twitter and people are responding back very upset, because they're like, as a gospel artist, you have a certain standard that you need to hold yourself to, that you can't talk that way. And I do agree. I agree with that aspect. Do I agree that we should just burn him and disown him like black people generally do? I mean, we're talking probably majority black people, because that's what makes a majority of the black church and gospel music. And so I don't believe that he should take that much of a consequence, but I do believe, in my humble opinion, that it was a problem. You can't talk, and it's not like he just said a couple of curse words, like he just said, a few little small minor words. Now, he was going in. He was very, very, very upset. So what has then happened is Kennedy Franklin, who is 24, who is Kirk's daughter, what she did was she took to Instagram. Okay, and I'm going to read you guys the captions that were under that which Carrion posted. So Carrion posted that phone call, and this was the caption that was under on Instagram under their recorded phone call. He said, "This is why I'm done. No father should speak to their children like this. If I have any issues, it's because of this type of treatment that I deal with behind closed doors. Hanging up in my face, no apology, no compassion, no effort. Stop telling me to go home to my family. I don't even know where they live. I don't think I'll ever trust my father to be alone around him again. I didn't want to do this. I probably won't release the entire recording because it's too embarrassing that I'm even dealing with this. No matter what people think, I pray my dad deals with his deep hatred towards me. I don't feel safe around him at all. And this recording is recent. It is not from 2018, just to clarify. I'm going to learn from these experiences my life in peace, and make beautiful art." So that was his caption under the video. All right. And then Kennedy, who is Kirk's daughter, she responded with, "I guess clout and ignorance is more important than family these days. That's crazy. Keep speaking lies, big bro. I got you." And then she put LOL, laugh out loud. And I believe she ended up commenting more things. So she's coming to her dad's defense, essentially, as you can expect a loving daughter or loving son to do for their father, who they probably feel has done the best that he could. See, we don't know the details of this. We don't know specifically what has went down. But what we do know for sure is that there's been some dysfunction between Brother Kirk and Carrion, which is very, very, very unfortunate. But she's coming to Pop's defense. She's like, "No, I'm not going to let you just say whatever, post whatever, and make it seem like my dad has not tried to help you, like we haven't tried to make you a part of the family," and things of that nature. And I believe their exchange went back and forth for a little bit longer. So the question comes, and I saw Ricky Smiley post a video about this. He said, "Kirk Franklin, you didn't need to apologize," is the title of the video. So the question comes, did Kirk Franklin need to apologize? Absolutely, he needed to apologize. And if you think that he did not need to apologize, you get a big fat.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Matter of fact, you get 3.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
One more for the people in the back.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And I only say that he needed to apologize because, one, you're a public figure, right? And especially in the gospel genre, in the gospel industry, I just believe that there's a certain standard as an artist, as a pastor, that you have to hold yourself to, right? And some of the words that Brother Kirk used were very inappropriate. He was highly upset, though, okay? But my thing is this also, we don't know what transpired before then. We don't know what else is on the phone, was said on the phone call. Who did what? We don't know. And so if you're going to hang this over his head and act like it's the end of the world and he's the worst person in the world, reality check. Some of y'all's closest family members, some of y'all's pastors, some of the people in your church have probably done and said worse. So we get it. He made a mistake. Do I think he needed to apologize? Yes. A lot of people are saying he didn't need to. I think he needed to. I mean, I think it was low, it was dirty, it was foul for his son to post it without his authority, to just post it, to like secretly record somebody, especially if they don't know it, and then post it. I think that's foul. I think that's highly inappropriate. But do I think that we need to just write him off, completely discredit him? Absolutely not. You got to handle this with some grace. We are human beings. People are not perfect. People are not perfect. I believe it's Romans 3:23, and it says, "For we have all sinned and come short of the glory of God." We all sin. We all make mistakes. None of us are perfect. None of us are perfect. Nobody is blameless. You're just not. And so if you understand and have a good grasp on the fact that we are mortal beings, we are fleshly beings, we do make mistakes, you can't just hang somebody out in the field and say, "You know what, bro, you got to die. Your career got to die." I mean, it's, because I looked on Twitter and I saw a lot of hatred. I saw Brother Kirk getting a lot of hatred. But on the other hand, when I first heard it, immediately what came to my mind, I wrote it down here, is Ephesians 4:29. It says, "Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers," right? We are given the charge. We are given the command. We are supposed to be upholding ourselves to the standard of not letting any corrupt communication come out of our mouths. That's just what it is. So with that being said, if we are gospel artists, if we are Christians, if you're holding yourself to that standard, you can't let foul, corrupt communication come out of your mouth. You shouldn't be cursing. You shouldn't be snapping on people like that. Is it going to happen? It is going to happen. The word of God tells us where sin increased, grace increased furthermore. So handle Brother Kirk with some grace, please. Some of y'all are thinking that this is funny and you're laughing. But there's nothing funny about this. I mean, he was out of pocket. His son was out of pocket for posting it. He apologized. And he's been very vocal about his shortcomings as a human being, as a man. Right? And so I think we begin to fool ourselves. And whoever's watching this and who thought that, okay, as a gospel artist, he's not going to make any mistakes. He's not going to fall short of the glory of God. He's not going to not be perfect. If you thought those things, then you get a big fat.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You're playing yourself and you're lying to yourself and you don't truly understand what this walk consists of, right? That's why the Bible tells us to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Excuse me, that's a daily renewal. Because we're in this wicked world. I mean, we don't know what was going on. Bottom line, y'all. We don't know what happened, how severe the situation was, what was said prior to that small clip that we saw. What we do know is the situation is toxic. And what we do know is that it's a sad situation.
Oh my God!
We do know that. Like I said earlier, when me and my fiance first heard it, we were like,
congratulations, you played yourself.
Whoops. We were like,
oh my God!
Because it's beloved Kirk. It's the man who's helped us all. And so let me know if you agree with me. All right. Let me know if you agree with anything I had to say in this video. My bottom line is he did need to apologize because just as a public figure, you know, when stuff comes out, when stuff is leaked, you do a lot of times have to just issue a statement or issue an apology just for PR purposes sometimes. Right. But in this case, it was him snapping. It was him cursing. And as a gospel artist, as a Christian who's supposed to be setting yourself apart from the world, you're not supposed to be using that kind of language. Bottom line, you're just not. So did he deserve to apologize? Did he need to apologize? Yes. Was his son out of line? Absolutely. And why is he releasing secret recordings at the age of 32, be 33 the end of May? It's a mess. So let me know if you agree with anything I had to say. Let me know if this video helped you out, if you were educated, if you learned anything. If you disagree, also let me know, but keep the comments respectful. If you comment anything under this video. But I want to know your opinion. How do y'all feel about this? Have a dialogue with me. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you share my content. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and hit the bell next to it so that you can get all the notifications. Follow me on IG at Nate Jameson Speaks. That's NateJamesonspeaks. Add me on Twitter at Speak Nate Speak. Add me on Clubhouse at Speak Nate Speak. Facebook, Nate Jameson Motivation. Yeah, and just get the word out. Appreciate you for watching. God bless you.